explain this to me. It sounds like every 3 minutes a plane takes off or lands, correct? And your maps must just be constantly, just almost be like a Christmas tree, just lighting up around the world and keeping track and keeping you busy. You probably don't have a minute to yourself. What happens when you have an emergency? What is the process that basically you're able to triage it and to get other assets on it, move assets from one area, and basically they become second or third in line that they will have to wait until this is taken care of? I'm sure this happens, I don't know, once in a blue moon, or maybe you could give an example. What is your process of moving something up to the top of triage and immediately providing support?
Yeah, it happens every day.
Oh, it does?
It happens every day. When you have that many aircraft moving around the world, there are issues. If Iran starts to raise its ugly head, there'll be a shift of forces, and we'll have to respond to that. That was not built into a plan, so now to your point, we have to now shift everything and make adjustments. So that comes into U.S. Transportation Command, the requirements from the combatant commanders. So the United States, or the world, is divided into 6 major parts. There's a Southern Command, there's a Northern Command, there's a Central Command, there's a Pacific Command, and a PACOM. So we've divided it into 6 different areas of responsibility, we call it. And there's a 4-star that runs each one of those. Those combatant commanders don't own forces, but they're responsible for the war fighting in that area, whatever that area of the world is. And they're responsible for the plans that go to operate any kind of activities that would need to be in that location, but they don't own the forces. So they would call Transportation Command and go, hey, I need these types of forces to come in, and I need Air Mobility Command to move them. So that shift happens all the time.
But it sounds like you're 24/7.
24/7, and we have an operating Air Operations Center that is at Scott, at the base we are, and it's in our headquarters. And they are a global, an Air Operations Center, a global AOC, we call it. And literally, we have forward, smaller AOCs around the world that we communicate with, and so anytime something happens around the world, a call will go into one AOC, they'll call back to, the mothership back where we are at Scott, and we just make adjustments all around the world on the fly.
But it sounds like you don't sleep at all.
The staff doesn't sleep at all, I try to, but it's a constant change.
How many hours a night do you get sleep?
Actually, I try to stay live a very structured life. I'm up at 4:30 to 5:30. Praying, and then I go into getting ready for work, and I'm ready to work about 6:45, and then I try to get out of there at 5. I eat at my desk every day. There's no time to go anywhere. So eat at my desk every day, and at 5 I try to get out because I could stay to 10. Mm-hmm. My staff will stay to 10, mm-hmm. and my staff has children. I need to get them home. Mm-hmm. So if I can get out at 5, I go ride a bike. So it's, as much as you want to stay there and go, oh my gosh, this is going to pile up if we don't get after it, you've got to walk out for them, because it's a hard job mm-hmm. for them.
So on average, what would you say? 6 hours?
6.5, 7.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.